On October 1, 2024, the world watched in shock as Iran unleashed an unprecedented ballistic missile attack on Israel. This marked the largest ever missile attack against a state in the history of the world, launching an alarming 180 ballistic missiles from its territory. This barrage represented a significant escalation in regional tensions and raised serious concerns about the potential for a wider conflict. How will Israel, a country about the size of New Jersey, respond to the largest ballistic missile attack in the history of the world? Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said on Wednesday, October 9, that an Israeli strike on Iran in response to its recent missile attack would be lethal and surprising. Our attack will be lethal, precise, and above all surprising. They will not understand what happened and how it happened. Former Prime Minister Bennett gives his opinion.
Should do.
I believe that Israel should strike Iran's nuclear program and strike regime centers, and I'll explain why. The ultimate strategy that I believe that the world should have is to not allow to Iran acquire a nuclear weapon ever. And how do you do it? By accelerating the toppling of the regime. It will fall, and ensuring that in the meantime they don't acquire a nuclear weapon. So basically you need two efforts: to accelerate the toppling of the regime and to slow down the acquisition of nuclear weapons.
Does Israel have the capability, though, to do it alone?
Yes. We can strike and cause considerable damage. I don't know if we can destroy the whole program, but as I said, we have to delay it while we accelerate the pace of the toppling of the regime.
When you say toppling of the regime, I mean, is everything on the table?
Well,
should Israel go after the supreme leader?
Never before was one nation attacked by so many long-range ballistic missiles like what we had just a few days ago. Iran is the Islamic Republic of Iran, to be accurate. The regime, I'm separating it from the people. The people are an amazing people, the Iranians. But the regime is not really a regular regime. It's an octopus of terror. It's the head of the octopus, and we should not take anything off the table.
Including targeting the supreme leader?
Everything should be on the table.
The cabinet is meeting this evening to discuss what to do about Iran. What would you tell them to do?
I would say we have the legitimacy more than ever. We have the ability more than ever. Iran is at its most advanced point in history. It's acquired uranium in an amount for 10 nuclear bombs. This is crazy. They're building the bomb already, the bomb itself. So we're in the 11th hour. I would say strike the nuclear facilities, strike the regime. Don't be afraid. The Israeli nation stands behind you.
The Iranian missiles targeted various locations, including strategic military sites, population centers, and critical infrastructure. This attack marked a significant escalation in Iran's capabilities and intentions, signaling a willingness to engage in direct, large-scale military confrontations. The scale and sophistication of the attack underscored Iran's growing military prowess and its determination to attack Israel. This event sent shockwaves through the international community. It is the first time ballistic missiles are used against a nuclear power nation. The lack of any prior warning or apparent provocation from Israel further heightened anxieties, fueling concerns about Iran's increasingly aggressive and unpredictable behavior. The Iranian ballistic missiles, launched from various locations within Iran, traveled over 1,000 miles to reach their intended targets in Israel. This demonstrates the significant range and capabilities of Iran's ballistic missile program, a testament to years of research, development, and investment. The missiles followed a complex trajectory, likely designed to evade Israeli radar systems and missile defenses. This trajectory, combined with the sheer number of missiles launched, aimed to overwhelm Israel's defenses and maximize the impact of the attack. The missiles' flight path likely took them over neighboring countries, raising concerns about the potential for unintended consequences and the risk of drawing other nations into the conflict. This attack highlighted the interconnectedness of regional security in the Middle East, where even localized conflicts can quickly escalate and draw in external actors. The successful journey of these missiles over such a distance, coupled with their nuclear program, demonstrated the growing threat posed by Iran's ballistic missile program. This event served as a stark reminder of the changing security dynamics in the Middle East and the need for a comprehensive approach to address Iran's missile and nuclear program. Among the missiles launched in the attack was Iran's newest and most advanced ballistic missile, the Fattah 2. This hypersonic missile, unveiled by Iran just weeks before the attack, represents a significant leap forward in Iran's missile capabilities and poses a considerable challenge to regional security. The Fattah 2 is believed to have a range of over 1,000 miles, bringing all of Israel and potentially even parts of Europe within its reach. How would Europe respond to such a ballistic attack? Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy stated, "Israel has the right to defend itself. It has the duty to defend itself. If we, the French, were in the same situation, we would need to defend ourselves. A country must stand tall, and Israel has the right to live standing tall, to live, period, and to live standing tall." From this perspective, I say they were right. Getting back to the Fattah 2 missile, its hypersonic speed, estimated to be at least 5 times the speed of sound, makes it incredibly difficult to intercept, rendering traditional missile defense systems largely ineffective. What sets the Fattah 2 apart is not just its speed and range but also its maneuverability. Unlike traditional ballistic missiles that follow a predictable parabolic trajectory, the Fattah 2 has the capability to maneuver during its flight path, making it even more challenging to intercept. This maneuverability allows the missile to evade existing missile defense systems, posing a significant threat to even the most sophisticated air defense networks. The inclusion of the Fattah 2 in the attack underscores Iran's commitment to advancing its missile technology and developing increasingly sophisticated weapons systems. This development raises serious concerns about the future of regional security and the potential for an arms race in the Middle East. The international community must take note of this technological advancement and work towards mitigating the risks it poses to global stability. Advancing the Abraham Accords would help in this process.
4 years after the historic signing of the Abraham Accords, one must ask, is the process to establish peace and normalize relations between Israel and the Arab states still alive or just a pipe dream? Well, joining us is one of the negotiators of the Abraham Accords, Robert Greenway. Mr. Greenway is director of the Allison Center for National Security at the Heritage Foundation. Israel's war against Hamas in Gaza brought the normalization process to an abrupt halt. So is the Abraham Accords peace effort on life support? What are the prospects that the process will be revived?
Well, thanks for having me. And it's a great question. I would say that the accords haven't halted because trade this year, year over year, continues to expand between the existing Abraham Accords member countries. And that's in spite of the horrific attack of October the 7th and what we've seen, I think, in the media. The one exception to all of it, of course, would be the country of Sudan, which was unfortunately thrust into a civil war as the result of bad policies. But look, the Biden-Harris administration has really placed boundaries around it by supporting Iran's integration into the region and isolating Israel. And as a result of it, the accords are not expanding as I think they should have, and they were on a trajectory to do so under President Trump, who brokered them. And look, I'd also say that you have two contrasting visions of the future of the Middle East. One is where peace and prosperity is possible, and that's what the Abraham Accords reflects. The other is chaos and conflict.
The use of ballistic missiles in this attack marks a significant departure from previous attacks by Iran's proxies, such as those carried out by Hezbollah, which primarily relied on rockets and shorter-range missiles. While both pose threats, the technological sophistication and capabilities of ballistic missiles significantly escalate the danger. Hezbollah's rockets and missiles, while numerous, are generally less accurate and have a shorter range than ballistic missiles. These weapons are often unguided or rely on rudimentary guidance systems, limiting their effectiveness against moving targets or well-defended locations. In contrast, ballistic missiles like the Fattah 2 are designed for precision strikes over long distances. These missiles often carry larger payloads and can be equipped with advanced guidance systems. What would happen if one of these missiles carried a nuclear weapon? The use of ballistic missiles in this attack
to gain
Iran's
access to
nuclear
more
project
sophisticated
development
and
destructive
dangerous
shift,
in the
posing a
region's
significant
security
threat
landscape.
to regional
It
stability.
highlights the potential
This
for
attack marks a
non-state
precedent
actors,
of how
such as
nuclear
Hezbollah.
nations should respond to missile attacks that could potentially have nuclear warheads. Would the US or Russia just wait to see the damage before assessing a response? The international community must work to prevent the proliferation of ballistic missile technology and address Iran's nuclear threat to the whole region.